And I love the fact that, you talked about sometimes taking a sort of dry spell, calling your friend and saying, I don't think it's going to work out, And it's so funny because in prior episodes, and I forgot the episode because we talk about so much. We're talking about a book that I read. His name is Seth Godin. I don't know if you ever heard of Seth Godin. Look him up. He's really, really good. He talks about the DIP, and how everything that we start and we begin, no matter what it is that we're motivated to do, no matter what it is, we start your own business, you want to write a book, your acting career, you're a musician, whatever it is, a podcaster, if you're a YouTuber, whatever it is, whatever you start or you begin, after a while you'll find that things start to take a dip. Like, you don't get the same motivation, in the middle somewhere, because everything has a honeymoon, you know, and sometimes the honey leave the moon and we're stuck with the moon. We got to produce more honey. And he says, but there are three things that take place within the dip, you know, and when you were talking about this came to me, he says either the first thing is either you've fallen out of the vision that you once had, you've fallen out of the mindset that you once had, the motivation,
Sure.
or all of the innovate, whatever it is, you've fallen out of it. Or the second thing is maybe you're, at a standstill, you're existing, but you're not moving anywhere, you
Hmm.
know? And or the third, which is you're probably moving, but you're not moving fast enough for your taste, He says, and that's the time that when you're at the bottom, that you can gather your thoughts, gather your value, gather your vision, gather your true meaning, and that's where you'll meet like your true self. Am I doing this for people? Am I doing it for me? Am I doing it because I know I can do it? That's where you find. So every dip moment is great. It's not a because again, when you stop is when you fail. And like you said, bro, being consistent. And then when you come up out of the dip moment, you know more than you had when you first started, and you know that it has meaning, it has value. You have a why, you have a reason, which was the very thing that you once had. Even if you came across certain things, like you just said, you might come across certain avenues and stuff you never thought to go down, but then you meet other people that might give you more value along the way and mature you.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been moments in the career where you look at a cast list, or you see that you're about to go shoot something, or that you're in a play, and there's names that just make your jaw drop because you either watched them as a young actor or have seen them on TV, or um, but I'm going to be honest with you, I have not, and that this is something that I need to do. I'm going to write this down. I need to manifest people that I want to work with.
Come on, bro.
Collaboration is key. Um,
Yes.
you're just talking about the dip. Um,
Yeah.
I think you mentioned that to me a little while ago in just one of our conversations that we had, just you and me.
Yes.
But as you were talking about it, everything, what's the guy's name is what? Seth Gooden?
Seth Gooden. Yeah.
Seth Gooden?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can
Do you
keep
know what
talking. I'm
he
gonna see if
described as you were talking?
yeah.
To come out of the dip, aren't you then
Wow.
operating from a place of grace?
Oh.
Isn't that what it is? If you dip and you kind of look back and you reevaluate and you see what you're doing, doesn't that bring you back full of grace to kind of say, you know what? I'm going to operate from this place because I
Wow.
have what it is.
Wow.
And now I just have to be gracious for all that comes my way so that you can utilize it. So that was a perfect segue into think about who you would want to work with. Think about who you want to collaborate with because, again, that's born out of the love too.
Wow.
I think one of the most inspiring things, and again, I talk a lot from like the acting and entertainment field because that's what I live in.
But that's what I want. That's
But
what we want to
think
hear.
about this year's Oscars.
Mm.
So you have, for the first time ever, an Asian American won Best Lead Actress in a film, right? She's been around forever. How long do you think she's been manifesting this, right?
Oh. Yeah.
Forever,
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress.
Wow.
She's been in the business 50 years, and now she got an award. And then the two that I kind of go, this is amazing.
Hmm.
Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Brendan Fraser and Ke Huy Quan,
Excellent. Yeah.
both coming out of the dip. And if you
Wow.
watch
Wow.
in their journey from when both films came out and the buzz started about these performances, the emotion that was tied to Brendan and Ke Huy Quan, attached to the film, to the accolades, to being in this moment of being recognized, right? at the end, I don't think it's about being recognized. It's about the manifestation coming complete.
Wow.
You know, Brendan Fraser disappeared from Hollywood, thought he'd
Yeah.
never work again, comes back with this performance that rips your heart out of your chest and throws it down. Ke Huy Quan did a lot as a child, was a favorite of my childhood through Indiana Jones and the Goonies, disappeared for a while, and comes back in this brilliant performance. What's different? Maturity, grace, understanding,
Yeah.
willingness,
Yeah.
you know, and the drive, the manifestation of I'm not done. I
Wow.
haven't done what I wanted to do. And his Oscar speech started with, my journey started on a boat. I went into an internment camp. And then he said, look, Mom, I just won an Oscar.
Wow.
Those are 3 points
Wow.
with a huge chasm between it, right?
Yes.
So, and
Yes.
that's his story. That's for him to share. That's for him to tell. But I sat back and I thought, what did he go through? You know, he disappeared from my life for 30 years. 30 years.
Wow. Wow.
And I say from my life, from the last movie I saw him in. What happened? You know, it's something amazing because you just look at his face. The eyes tell you everything.
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 Wow.
And those were 4 gracious people to sit there and say, thank you for this gold statue, but it's so much more than the gold statue. It's just the idea of coming out on the other side, right? Isn't that what it is?
That's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly, yo.
Isn't that what we all want?
Come on, man. Yo, listen, if y'all getting value, come on, man. And by the way, I'm gonna tell you why I love this software so much because you know while you were talking, we didn't disappear not one time. But I looked up in my files while you were talking, and I came up with the book right here. Here it is.
Oh, wow.
The Dip, Seth. Yeah, you know. And if this is what the book looked like here, I really encourage everybody to get this book. It's amazing. And it would encourage you, you know. That's what the book looked like, big bro. And it encourage you. I mean, really, when you're at like your lowest moment, you'll know like this is designed, you know, because that's your real test of faith, you know. That if you thought that this was something that you wanted to do, this will prove it, you know. Like we do podcasting, bro, and as you can see, you know, I was saying to myself, and I hope I can be an encouragement to other people as well. You know, we're about on YouTube, we're about 107 subscribers in, right? And we did about 56 videos, this being our 57, 58, because it's going to be 2 parts, I know, you know. And you'll wonder, well, when is this thing going to sort of blow over? You know, and you wonder when is this thing? When is the magic like everybody else talk about? Have a friend and a brother who did one movie, and the one day he loaded up but watch this, on the brink of giving up, on the brink of the dip moment. There was another brother that we grew up with who said, "No, look, put the movie up there." Put it on YouTube because they were going to, I think, do either Amazon or something like that. Some things didn't fall through the way it was supposed to, and he's awesome, and I mean, a wonderful producer, bro. Like you know, he was the DP, and he did everything, you know. And as soon as they loaded it up on YouTube, over maybe more now, but 211,000 views. You know, 1,000 over 1,000 some odd, you know, subscribers when they were only at 130 something subscribers. And if you look at prior videos before that was like maybe 97 here, 135 views here, this, that, and the other. The way we look right now, could I say it like that? But it took only one. And at the mayor, but see, and what came to me was that he was at the brink of saying, this is it. And as soon as you're at the brink to say, this is it, do it one more time. You know, and before you know it, they went all the way up. Now, for me, you know, I'm sorry, I got a little freeze, but for me, now what does that say for a person who stand in our state, right? Who says, you know, among all 3 pages, that one video he did, it exceed everything, right? But here's the deal. If you're looking at what the person's doing, if you're watching other people, and if that is something that will cause you to forget the love, you know, that you have for what it is that you're doing, then you have to question, why am I doing this?
Sure.
You know, am I doing it for me? Am I doing it to impress other people? Am I doing it because I really want to bring value to other people's lives? When you take a look at manifestation has a lot to do with who you are, you know? Mr. Dr. Dyers, he had said, I don't manifest what I want, I manifest who I am. And this is the reason why you're on my platform. Because when we first met, and ladies and gentlemen, when me and my brother first met, it was a magical moment. Because when you look at Mr. John here, he is someone who can adapt. It's called adaptability. He can adapt in any atmosphere and almost be, could I say, like, I'm going to say it, he's not going to, and be almost like the smartest person in the whole room. Honestly,
Oh,
that's how I feel. Yeah, it'd be like the smartest person in the whole room. And part of manifestation, and this is going to get a little deep here because I know that you're going to definitely body this.
okay.
Part of manifestation have a lot to do with if it's who you are, then you got to be truthful with who you are. I don't get along with a lot of people. I don't like people. I love people. I get along with people. I want to be around people. I don't want to be around people. I'm an introvert. I'm an extrovert. Whatever the case may be, right? But there comes a time where you're going to have to deal with people. You're going to have to deal with, if you have a business, you got to deal with people. If you're going to be an actor, you got to deal with people. And then you got people who know you that you might not know, right?
Mhm.
Because they're seeing you for the first time on Broadway and you were on stage and this, that, and the other. But let me ask you this. How important is it, right, to think about other people? And I think I'm going into like the realm of a yellow person, pretty safe, but like, a person who is about harmony. We specialize in this. And sometimes we make ourselves uncomfortable, right, to make other people comfortable. And you, as an actor, would understand this that much more because even though you have to go and study the part, you have to become the part,
Mhm.
right? And if you're having a bad day that day, when you're on stage, you're not having a bad moment at all. In fact, you've never had a bad day, and in fact, your life better be perfect, you know. But how is it while you're putting these things into action, while you're on your journey, you know, how do you maintain a level of, I'm trying to find the word, maintain a level of security, right?
Right.
That we're talking about boundaries,
Okay.
absolutely. How do you create those boundaries? That nobody step, past those boundaries to make you go snap, crackle, and pop,
Yeah.
while you are delivering, even if you feel the opposite of what you are doing.
So wow, this is deep. I do love this. I firmly believe that setting a boundary is showing someone else how much you actually care about them. It's a positive rather than a negative. Where
It's
you
good.
say, "Hey, I care about you so much. I want you to know this is what I allow. This is what will work for me." Right? Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, again, no matter what your profession is, we are the truth. Right?
Right.
So the truth is you. So whatever your goal is, people do this recently nowadays, saying, "Hey, be selfish." Well, selfish. We've all been taught this negative connotation of it, right?
Yeah.
But the idea is, think about an airplane. Let's do it this way. Think about an airplane, right?
Yeah.
When they go through the safety details, when they say, "Hey, if we lose pressure, put your mask on so you can assist someone else," right?
Oh
That means
man.
take care of you so you can take care of the next person, right? So no matter what your career is, no matter what is in front of you, right? At the end of the day, it really is never about you, even when it's about you. That's it. Because you got to put your mask on to take care of the person next to you. And we got to take care of each other. You were talking about the groups of people. And I was going to say to you, the most operative word in that is people. We're all people, right? So we all are on this journey. We're on this huge spinning rock that's, going thousands of miles an hour. And we're coexisting and we're here with each other, right? So you're only as good as how good you are to the next person. So you can manifest all you want, but we said, what was the first thing we said? You get back what you put out. So it's all about, you got to take care of the people along the way, right? I mean, way
Yes.
back. I mean, I always tell you,
Yes.
I keep barroom rules. I mean, no religion, no politics. But in the 2008 campaign, I distinctly remember in my mid 20s hearing Barack Obama say, "Never go through a doorway without reaching back and helping somebody else to come with you."
Oh man. Wow.
How how much more inspiring can you get than that in your mid 20s, right? Where you're just
Right.
coming into your own, you're finally an adult, you're
Right.
learning your way,
Yeah.
you're getting your viewpoint of the world. How,
Wow.
if people are just in it for themselves,
Yeah.
that's for them. No judgments. You read books about people who are successful and they talk about the people they aligned themselves with.
Yeah.
I always want to be a part of that group. The
Hmm.
group that's written a book about it said, hey, they changed this. Hey, they did this. People might have done it this way, but they did it this way. Um,
Hmm.
but you take care of those people, whether it's showing up just to chat, to have coffee, whether it's doing a podcast with someone, whether it's taking the phone call, whether it's reading for an audition, whether it's saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'll come walk your dog. I know you have to work late today.
Yes.
All
Yes.
these things are parts of your day that align you with like individuals or even people who come from a different place, but we're all alike at the end of the day. It's
Absolutely.
this idea of manifestation and want and need, right? So
Yes.
if that is what we have deemed selfish, be selfish. Think about
Absolutely.
yourself, right? Because
Right.
you do have to take care of you. You
Yes.
are the truth day in and day out. That's your truth. Christopher Reeve, who is one of my all-time biggest inspirations. Not only was he Superman, not
Hmm.
only was he a brilliant actor,
Right.
but when he fell and had a nearly fatal injury that took away the use of his lower body,
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
established a charity called Go Forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even walk anymore, but he's saying, "Go forward.
Forward.
What can we still do?" And he used his fame and his fortune to educate people on spinal cord injuries. Right? He didn't
Wow.
just turn away from it. Right? So you're only as good as what you do for the next person. And we
That's
talk
awesome.
about him not only as an actor, but as an activist and as an educator and as somebody who has helped countless people
Yeah.
start to get the use of their legs back and did brilliant things and whose time was cut way too short. Right?
Yeah.
He went
Yeah.
through a door, tragic as it may be,
Yeah.
but he reached back and he pulled a whole group of people through with him because you got to help while you're here, right?
That's yo, man. Yeah, bro. You really laying it on us over here. And for those of you, I know, this should be helpful to someone's life. That if you've ever thought about the kind of mindset you need to adopt, you can always go back to replay. You could always go back to replay, and I hope that you're getting value. Do me a favor, leave something in the comment section. Give us the likes, give us the hearts. John, you're amazing, bro. Just stay put for a second, Jay. I just want to take us to this really quick. All right? Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we talked about on our platform. And bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program.
Gonna hit the ground running.
Wow. Well, Jay, I bring you back in, man. Don't forget, all of you, don't forget to go into our giveaways. Again, you type in manifested thoughts 888@gmail.com. Going back to this, man. Look, y'all get to that. But wow, bro, listen, you believe it or not, we're almost at that particular moment where we have
Oh,
to sort of land the plane. But doggone it, John. Oh my God, man. And so before we get into, I don't know what I'm going to get into, man. I'm really just like really. I know y'all getting value out here. I know you are. So tell us, John, what's your next move? What was the latest thing that you've done as far as your acting career? Is there anything that we're looking forward to? And tell us where we can find you, as a matter of fact.
Well, you find me in New York City because I'm pounding the pavement. It's always that it's always the next thing. And I
Yes.
think of this. I know that we're almost out of time.
No, go.
My grandmother, wildly elevated individual. From the time I've been little, if I said, "Hey, I want to do this," once I did it, she would say, "Great, what's next?" And I remember I said
Wow.
to her one time, I said, "Well, wait, isn't that enough?" And she was like, "Sure it is. But why get out of bed in the morning if there's not something more that you want? There's not something more that you feel you need to do, right?" This concept of I did enough today. Cool. I applaud you. If you can hang your hat at the end of the night and say, I've done all I need to do for today, great. But why are you getting up tomorrow morning?
Wow. Ooh.
Is it to go to your survival job to make some money to fund the dream? Is it to get up and prepare a meal for the family? Is it to walk the dog? Is it to relax the next day? Whatever it is, get out of bed. That's what the next day is about. So you don't have to focus on the dream and the manifestation 100% of the time, but it's always going to be there. So where I am right now, I shot a TV show a couple of weeks ago. That was awesome.
Woo-wee.
And now it's the next thing, right? And again, to go back to an actor I respect, Michael Keaton talks about how his perspective changed. He used to look at like getting an audition and saying, I have to go get that job.
Wow.
Rather than he started realizing the audition was the job. So for the audition, I got to go to work.
Ooh.
Getting the job was just the reward, right? So getting to be Batman was the reward for auditioning and putting the work in. His work was, I created a character, I auditioned this character, and they said, we like this character. So the work is auditioning. So you ask what's next for me? I go to work. I got to audition. So
Wow.
it's good. And just remember, we were talking about it. I'm going to show you that I wasn't lying. The
Wait, they keep that.
bright and beautiful. I was not lying. That was my tea bag for today.
That's-
The universe is within you. Manifest it. The power is there.
Oh man, listen, y'all. If y'all gotten value out of that, listen. Can you do me a favor? Y'all leave comments. Please leave comments. If you're gonna be watching, from Channel 49 TV, please do me a favor. Like and comment. If you're watching from YouTube, please like and comment. If you're on Spotify, comment and tell us how much value you've gotten from our brother John. And I'm gonna tell you something, John. I also oftentimes tell myself that success is not you making it to the top. Success is your journey. And if you have a journey, then you're successful,
Absolutely.
And your journey says, go to work,
Go to work.
And this is something I was led to say because you're always firing me up when I talk to you, right? And it's like, I was talking to several people the other day and I was letting them know, listen, some things that we might pursue might look hard. And then somebody said this to us and really blew my mind. Says, think of the most hardest thing you would like to pursue that you know that you'll be successful in. And close your eyes and envision how it would look if it looked easy. What does that hard thing look like if it looked easy? And after you thought about it, do it that way.
Love
do
that.
it, do it that way.
That literally
And-
reminds me of one of my favorite lines from a movie.
What's up?
Is In a League of Their Own. At the very end of the movie, Gina Davis says to Tom Hanks, who's playing her manager in the all-girls baseball league,
Mhm.
it just got hard. And he turns and he says to her, of course it's hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. It's the hard that makes it great.
Listen, y'all. Yo, John, man, you got to come back, bro. You got to promise my community, bro.
I love chatting with you. You know that.
Yo,
we
bro,
get to work because we talk too much. So.
Yo, bro, you're my dude. You're my dude, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. I gotta have you here in person.
Yeah,
I gotta have you. We gotta set up the whole shebang. I mean, and again, and just do it in person. So, John, do me a favor before we land the plane. You're gonna land the plane, actually. If there's someone who discovered by their mom and their dad while being in the shower singing that they could sing, but they decided to go into acting and want to go and do Broadway shows and or movies, what have you. If you start that right now, you start that today, what steps would you take? What do you say to them?
Work hard. Trust your gut. Your gut never lies to you. Put in the work to train, to learn about your craft, to learn about the history of your craft, because you can't know where you're going until you know where you came from. And because I'm from Philadelphia, trust the process.
Bars. Oh, yo, listen, y'all. Listen, I tell you, John, I don't go nowhere, bro. But I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, bro, thank you for, even blessing our platform, sharing the value that you shared. I wish I could just get a course on, you got to write a book or something like that for people to pick up, because really, man, John Reinhold is an amazing brother, and I know that you're going to be busy doing, this is going to be a good year for you, bro. It's going to be a great year for you. A lot of doors are opening up, and we got to try to grab hold to you while we can. Before we see you on the big screen, and we're like, yeah, we know him. We that's the guy. We know him. Yeah, we met him, and I'm
Coming
glad.
with me. If I go through that door, you're coming with me.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Donald Francis, and I want to say thank you to our community for all of you who've been donating on our Cash App. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not one to be receiving certain things, but thank you for those of you who've said to me, we believe in your platform and we want you to get bigger people on your platform to be a blessing to other people. And that's all we want to do. Don't forget our giveaways. Go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. That's where you'll type in giveaway and let us know what episode you've seen us on. And then bam, just like that, you in there, But I want to say again, thank you, because I know it's better to give than to receive. I'm not asking for anything. I just want to give you my gratitude. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. And bro, I just want to say thank you again, man, for just being a blessing to our platform, and just hanging with your bro, sharing value with this community, and prayerfully, hopefully, and I'm going to manifest that this time next year, that we're going to be able to be at a platform that everybody would love to come to. Look, it's your boy Donald Francis. It's Manifested Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Listen, y'all, we are over and out.